Welcome to Group 4's presentation.
Good day, everyone. I am Trisha Francis, and I'll be presenting on the history of early childhood education in Jamaica. The early childhood education in Jamaica started out in an informal setting during the post-World War II, where parents had to work away from home, leaving grandmothers and other members of the community to care for their children. These persons would set up spaces for the safekeeping of the children, like on their verandas, where they would teach them Bible verses and nursery rhymes. The first basic school was developed by Reverend Henry Ward in 1938 in Islington, St. Mary. Few years after that, the government accepted and added new aspects to the Bernard Van Leer Foundation, which ran for the period 1965 to 1975. In 1966, pioneer Dudley R.B. Grant aided in implementing a project for early childhood education, which was funded by the Bernard Van Leer Foundation. This foundation, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and the University of the West Indies, have facilitated the training of teachers since then. There are approximately 2,660 early childhood institutions in Jamaica, ranging from nurseries, daycare centers, preschools, and government-owned infant schools. I will now be handing over to Ayana. Thank you.
Hi, I am Ayana Evans Little. Today we are going to look at the advancement of early childhood education over the past 10 years in Jamaica. Through the assiduous work of the Early Childhood Commission, the Agency for Early Childhood, laws, policies, and regulations were implemented to govern the early childhood development in Jamaica. These laws, policies, and regulations focus on the physical, cognitive, and social needs of children. Now, let's take a look at some of them. Now, all of these were put in place to ensure that all the needs of children were met, so that they will grow, develop, and learn effectively. Thank you. Piaget Cognitive Development Theory, along with Levi Vygotsky's socioculture theory, has brought dynamic changes to the classroom and more so early childhood over the years. It has brought a difference and it has really influenced how teaching is being done presently at the early childhood development or classroom. Gone are the days in the past, teaching methods was somewhat to that of rote learning. Children were expected to memorize based on repetition. It was more of a teacher-centered. Teachers stood in front of the classroom and lecture. It was chalk and talk. Lack of collaboration and grouping. Children were just placed in their seats, look on the board, listen to lectures, and so as a result, record what is done. More emphasis was placed on exams rather than understanding concept. But as a result of the theory from Piaget and Levi, there are new methods, new ways, innovative ways that has certainly brought the early childhood alive, the early childhood classroom environment. Today, the classroom is much more student-centered, child-friendly. Children are incorporated in learning. Children are involved rather than being lectured to. There are cooperative learning. There are linkage between life and the environment. The children experience what it's like and what is part of their culture. Take, for example, as a child begins to utter words or point their finger and the adult responds, is a relationship that is being built. Children are now able to interact with those in their social environments. And this has brought real, fundamental, and dynamic change to the classroom. Levi described it as a social process in which a child's logical memory has developed the foundation or has laid that path to understanding concept rather than being lectured.
Hi, I'm Evelyn Day, and this is my presentation on the benefits of having an early childhood center in the community. You will notice that they are all interrelated, and I will show you a few examples with their benefits. Here goes.
Hi, I'm Roxanne, and here are the highlights of St. Kitts and Nevis' promotion and investment in the development of early childhood care and education. Training future goals. The Ministry of Education will take these several steps to recruit and retain qualified teachers. The Ministry of Education's target is to equally share, equip, and train teachers throughout the schools across the islands of St. Kitts and Nevis. A recent in-service training was held at the Bird Rock Beach Hotel on April 9th to 10th. This is in keeping with the weekly sessions done throughout the school year. The program took into consideration the needs of teachers, current content knowledge, and practices. Teachers will also explore language block and instructional alignment. In terms of curriculum, these 4 areas will be addressed, as the ministry has seen the need to overhaul the present curriculum. The infrastructure, the Ministry of Education will be implementing the Reaching the Unreached program for the home-based nursery providers. They will also ensure that public centers can be accessed by persons with physical disabilities. Some additional spaces have been constructed in government-owned early childhood development services, and new centers are being built. Thank you.